I want to take a moment to think about some of the shooting victims, right? We know the names haven't quite been released, but we know one of the victims is a 35-year-old man who lives here in Cambridge. It's been reported that he is a delivery driver. He was simply out going to the car wash on Monday afternoon when he was targeted by this individual. The other victim is a driver for the MBTA ride, and they were doing their job, and it's been reported. And I actually chatted with the district attorney today and heard more about their perspective, and that individual was shot in the head, and it was reported that they drove themselves to the hospital. And of course, in any situation like this, you know, these are reports, so I know more will be investigated and more will be reported. And picking up on what you said, Kayla, even though those are the two obvious and most critical victims, there are hundreds of victims of this truly unhinged gun violence on our streets. Hundreds of individuals were at risk. That was an assault-style rifle. And that brings me to, you know, a real constructive point that I wanted to make this evening. We in Massachusetts, and I'm proud to have stood for this in the legislature, have the nation's strongest gun laws, but there is a ballot question making its way to the November ballot that would repeal our strong gun laws that were most recently strengthened in 2024. And that legislation would repeal our strong ban on assault rifles. And we know even with the nation's strongest gun laws, we still have to do more to prevent this kind of violence. Personally, I think criminal justice reform has been a success in Massachusetts. We've lowered the incarcerated in population nearly by half, and there will also be calls from the right wing to go backwards on criminal justice reform, and we can't do that. We have to do what we know works, and there will be a lot that we have to uncover and investigate and unpack in this situation. And you know, I'm humbled and honored to stand here with you in community as we support our community. So you know, that's pretty much it. I called some of my constituents who live in the 808 Mem Drive building just to check in on them. Everyone was pretty shaken up. I had a conversation with the city manager today just to learn more from the city. So we're going to have to just continue supporting each other. And I want to just thank you for your leadership and thank all of our community for being here. So thanks.